7.
All right, hi guys, and welcome back to the podcast. We're season 3, episode 7 this week. So we're changing up a little bit for this week, but I'll introduce who we have. We have over here.
Hello, I'm Ari.
All right, introduce yourself, Indy.
Hi, I'm Indy.
And Jackson, you've seen.
You already
before.
know me. I'm the goblin that lives upstairs. Hello.
You're a downstairs goblin, aren't you? You love goblin downstairs.
We make this joke every time,
No,
and
I
it hasn't got old yet.
No, I haven't made that one yet.
Oh, sorry,
It's a
it's a
new
new
one.
one.
It's
yeah.
a new one, yeah. So, all right. So this week we're just going to talk basically about our stage and our studio. So away from the tattooing this week, we did do music last week, but we are going to do music again this week. But more to kind of tell everyone what's happening with upstairs. So and the stage area. And this is why we've brought Indy in. So Indy's kind of taken over a lot of the booking part of upstairs and downstairs, hey?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Like, it started with tattoos, just booking the tattoos, but yeah, I think I've been working in the industry for a bit, so it was easy for me to get lots of contacts and local people as well, I think.
Yeah.
It'd be a bit cool for it.
Yep. Yeah, so Indy started just on the counter here, and we just kind of were like, hey, we could use you elsewhere as well. So we're getting her expertise and knowledge and all that for upstairs. So I guess we're not going to do questions this time like an interview, are we? We're just going to
Just a chat.
chat this time. So probably about a half hour long. It's kind of where we're aimed at for this one. Just letting you guys know what we're doing. So either if you're a punter, kind of knowing what's happening with our gigs, because we get asked all the time why we have a stage. This'll let you guys know why. And then if you're a musician, some kind of performer, chatting to us about gigs or booking our studio. But if you want to kind of start where we've spoken about where we're headed over the next little.
Yeah, so I think it's cool. This place is very diverse. You know, you got the cafe, you got the studio, you got everything, you got the recording studio, and the music is just like another lovely layer on top of that. Because it's such a cool space and people are already really intrigued with it, I've found. So I think starting the gigs was easy and like a no-brainer essentially.
Yeah.
I think what we're trying to do is try to have a bit of diversity and variety for people. So, you know, that's with the evening gigs, a few ticketed gigs, and then day gigs for, you know, families and friends to come along to.
Yep.
Kind of rowdier ones in the evenings if we can get to that point. But yeah, trying to keep it, like we're trying to book bigger bands. Like we had the Bottlers the other night from Sydney.
Yeah,
But
Thanks
then we
guys, if you
also-
are watching, that gig was amazing.
Yeah, it was fun as
so
shit.
cool, yeah. But I think it's cool to have a local aspect involved with that as well. I think that's where I come in quite handy because I've lived here for ages.
Yep.
Worked at the Junkyard for ages, another incredible, like, famous live music venue, you know, in this part of town.
Yeah.
So I've met a lot of people around the area and just through the other work that I do with my events. So it's quite easy to get a variety in and just kind of have a nice...
Yeah. So give people a bit of a let them know what you do as well out of here.
Yeah. So I book the music. I kind of I'm like the liaison, I guess. Is that the word? The liaison with the bands.
Yep. No, but I mean your personal
what
stuff.
I do.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm a
This is
local
a
artist.
Small, like a little example.
Yeah, this is one of them. Nice product placement. So yeah, I run a business called Skuxaz Designs with my partner. We do screen printing, lino, lots of events, pretty multidisciplinary with the art stuff, but we're doing lots of like space activation events, I guess you would call them.
Yep.
So yeah, taking disused spaces in Maitland or Newcastle and turning them into a big live music event, and usually free as well, because I don't like to charge people for our events just because there's, you know, Maitland's still growing, so there's not a lot of things to do in Maitland. So I like to have free events for everybody to come along to.
which is kind of what we're doing here. We're working out how to gather some income just to keep the events sustainable.
Sustainable. Substantiable.
Yeah, I don't know where I was headed with that word, but and we're kind of working that out now, aren't we? Like what we can charge for, what we can't,
Yeah. 'Cause,
what the business just absorbs as we're just doing something to give back. But then obviously the more
there's a
we
limit
put,
on that.
there's a limit on that.
There's only
and-
so many free gigs you can do, but I guess that's why we're trying to get more people into the studio as well, just so we have that kind of 50-50 even ground.
Yeah.
So we got people coming in, and we can use the people who've played upstairs to do gigs down here as well as a cross-promotional type of thing. And that's where I think that kind of 50-50 kind of just keeping it even, not losing money.
Yeah, that's
not,
right, yeah.
You know, making too much, but just kind of just to cover both ends, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and it's kind of where we're headed with. You know, we've got the tattoo shop, which is it's bustling pretty much every day.
it's
So
just
for
self-sustainable now.
all upstairs in the stage to contribute a little bit would be good, but if it covers, that's good as well.
Yeah,
so that's kind of
exactly,
where we're
yeah.
headed. So like when you do see those gigs come up, you know, even if it is a free event, you kind of go, I'll go to the next one. But just coming along and
Come along.
buying a coffee just does help us to keep that going.
So you get
doesn't
to
it?
see cool bands.
Yeah.
And you can stand up now.
You can stand up.
Exactly. Yeah,
Is it-
dance
can we
floor's
stand up
about-
now? Yeah, you
dance
can
floor's
stand
about-
up
you can
now.
dance, you
It's
can party.
it's
You
still
can-
limited to size. I was reading.
Yeah.
You can legally make yourself look like an idiot again.
Hmm.
Congratulations. Or not like an idiot. Depends on how you do it. Yeah.
Who invited this guy?
Yeah. And they call me the dark rain cloud. It just hangs over everything.
Get an excellent stage presence.
I know. I know.
Confidence is key.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the Goblin here.
Hello.
So we'll bring him in now
I
on.
hate dancing.
So Jackson's actually your time's a bit limited today because you do have a band coming in.
I do. Which would be fun.
upstairs.
Yeah.
So do you want to explain what we're doing tonight for this band? And
Okay.
this is just one of the things we're kind of doing here. But yeah,
Yeah, I
explain.
don't know what's happening tonight either.
Ah.
What's happening?
Ooh.
Tell me.
So tonight, we've just recently changed the studio around, so now we have a proper nice live room. So what we're going to do is we're going to record a live set of a band, only 3 songs. We're going to go through a couple of times, record that with a videographer and, you know, studio sound, studio setup. Hopefully get a really cool sort of 10-15 minute video for them out of it. So it'll be like 2 originals and a cover, I think they're doing.
Yeah.
So it's a young local punk band.
Yep.
Yeah, so just get real nice, all our preamps, all our mics, all our cool stuff in our new live room.
Yep.
What's a live room like as opposed to like a recording studio? Is that the same thing? I don't know.
So a
Is it-
recording studio typically has, not typically, there's lots of things. There's a dead room and a live room, if it's a bigger studio. So what a dead room is it's sort of, they're both treated, but a dead room's very treated to create, you don't get much room noise. So there won't be much reflection coming from the room. It's very, very focused on whatever you're recording.
Okay.
So a lot of people record, well, not always. Some things, vocals are really good to have a dead room, but a lot of people like vocals in a live room as well.
Yeah.
Depends on
that's
how
right.
your room sounds. But yeah,
Does
so
that like make it sound more natural, or like more of an
No,
environment?
it's just- it's just less-
That's about a 3-hour long
yeah. So yeah.
argument.
Yeah.
So both
Yeah.
will make it sound natural in a different way.
Okay.
Um,
So it's like the vibe of it is different. I
yeah.
guess?
Basically, you get in a
more
yeah,
control.
in a live room. It's
Okay.
a room where it's designed to get room sound, so it's going to be a lot more reflective. So typically, you're going to get. It's hard to explain, but more low end in a different way.
Kind of like,
From a
like
live
watching a live set, almost.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
controls.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
It's-
yeah.
Cool.
yeah. So yeah,
That's awesome. So do we have both, or we've
Yeah,
only
we have
We've got both. Our live room we can only use after hours.
Yeah, it's
whereas
real
that-
live.
It's real live, and you can hear it downstairs because we can't hear it here downstairs, upstairs. But because you've got loud music coming down, we can hear that. So
Okay.
for guys that are looking to book, we do book the live room after hours or Sundays, but the dead room now we can use all the time. We've got it fairly well treated.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good when Better Off Ted were upstairs. You could hear like a slight thud from the drums
Yeah.
downstairs, but it was
Yeah, Better Off Ted was
like
good.
nothing.
Yeah.
It was so good. The soundproofing's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So and we're building on that every kind of couple of months to do a bit more.
Yeah, you can always insulate more in a den room.
Yeah.
That's so cool to know that that space is like you cater for everybody. I remember like 2 years ago it was not like that at all.
No.
No, it's evolved like so much.
Was there
That's
anything?
awesome.
Yeah, there would have been something when you first came. Hey,
When I first
just
came,
a little
it was,
desk.
Yeah, probably. I think so.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually like a setup.
When
of
I
anything.
first
It was just-
came,
it was
when I
just a
first saw
space.
you, it was just a like couch and
Yeah.
a table.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
I
like
very first met you
our
guys.
mixing desk, but it was just
Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
like a table,
Yeah.
and that was it. You know.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's
so
come a long
So
way.
much.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it has. And
How long has it taken to get to that point? Like,
well, we're close to 3 years. So I started it pretty well straight up.
yeah.
When we were building downstairs, I strung my hammock between the rafters and slept there
Yeah.
because it was taking so many hours to build this.
Shit.
So I'd just work all day into the night, go upstairs, sleep in the hammock, come back down.
That's a very creative thing to do. Like, I think like artists do. I do that too.
Yeah.
Like, I'll sleep in my studio or
Yeah.
like sleep for 5 minutes in between doing work if I'm just trying to cram
Yeah.
it all. Yeah.
It's dedication.
Yeah. Because usually, like with creatives, you've got your day job you got to go to as well. So you got to do
Yeah.
it like in the night hours. You got to, you know.
Well, hence collective in the name is like I wanted to give load of creative people somewhere to work, and
Yeah.
so like you now, like although you're only working on the counter at the moment, but like we've kind of put you into another role already, and
yeah,
it's a
you can
creative
do something
role.
really interesting, yeah, and creative. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I never expected to have this kind of opportunity in my day job to actually do something that I enjoy doing, like
Yeah.
booking bands, events, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's still, got that creative side to it as well.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so our live, what we can offer live as well is we've got the downstairs, which is fully wired into our studio. So we had the Butlers Friday, which we did video and audio, complete
9-piece?
Yeah, 9-piece
9-piece.
band. We've got more mics than I realised as well.
We've got lots of mics, yeah.
Which you learn on when you go, 9-piece band, that should be fine. And then you're like, yes, we have to separate each instrument for 9.
They're all mostly DIs as well, which is
Yeah,
handy.
yeah, which
But
is
we've had
handy.
to record crazy stuff. Well, I mean, typically, especially if you're recording in the studio, well, it really depends on. But I remember when I was at uni, they taught me the standard, at least their standard for drum kits was 10 mics.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you got to go, and then if you're recording a live, like playing live, you got 10 mics on the kit. If
Plus the rest of the band.
well, yeah, you got vocals, probably 3 of them. Say it's a 4-piece.
Yep.
3 vocals, two guitars, a bass. Just say that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and we're miking bass, miking guitar.
Oh yeah,
rigs.
yeah. Realistically, you're gonna want 2.
Like, how
Too
long does
much.
that take to set up all of that? 'Cause
That's
I,
what Jackson
like,
does here.
Yeah.
When you see him running around doing stuff,
Yeah.
that's his thing.
what I
oh my
do.
gosh.
That's what he's always running up and down the stairs.
Yeah, get stuff.
Yeah.
No, it's good though.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good fun.
So where do you reckon, what are some of the ideas we can kind of let out that we're trying to do? And
Well, I think it'd be cool to kind of, I really want to reflect the events and gigs, like reflect the collective, reflect that diversity. So we could do things like have bands out here or have a few stalls set up out the back, or activity spaces, interactive, hopefully if things go good with COVID, we could do more of that kind of stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Like not just having the live gigs, have the live gigs and everything coming off that.
Yeah, that's
other
right.
activities, events, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
I'd be very keen to have a night gig here now that we can have dance floors and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I reckon that'd be
100%,
awesome. Like
yeah.
a really cool maybe like a punk band or or even a country, whatever.
Something we can just get loud.
Any band and just have
Yeah.
fucking tables gone.
Yeah.
Move everything out.
Yeah.
I miss dancing around.
Yeah.
I mean, I miss walking.
That's only because you're broken. up.
Yeah.
I miss walking, but I do miss dancing around and flailing like an octopus out of water.
Yeah, that's
So,
the best.
so people
Yeah.
are probably watching and, wanting to know what's happening. So where are we with the leg? We're form fit now.
Yeah, got the moon boot and had my surgery, and hopefully I'll be walking in like a month's time. So it's good. It's going good. That's the little update.
Tune
It's
in.
tiny. I have tiny
You're
legs.
back to work and
Yeah, back to work,
Yep.
getting around, mobile, like by myself, which is really nice. And
I worked
It's been
out
good.
today. She's officially a boot scooter.
She is a
Yeah.
boot scooter,
Yeah.
I
literally.
am. I got my little knee scooter with
Literally.
eyeballs glued all over it. And I think my little boot scooter.
Yeah, so Ari's back on the counter for anyone not in other countries that have started watching this, but people that do come in, she's back on the counter.
Yeah.
But
Come say
what are
hi.
your kind of? Did you see the last Saturday's gig? Not the Bottlers, the one before Huckleberry.
I don't think I did, but I did watch the full, the bottlers on Facebook
Yeah.
Live. Like I had that going the whole time. That was really cool. But I don't
Yeah.
think I saw the one beforehand. I think.
Okay.
It was hot
Yeah.
that day.
It was
It
hot.
was
that
real hot
definitely
that
drove
day.
a lot of people away, but
Yeah,
you
it's
can't.
It was fun though.
It was awesome.
Sounded good. Good
Good response from everyone.
Huckleberry's a great band, so they're
Oh my
always.
gosh,
Yeah.
Huckleberry's incredible.
It's Huckleberry and the.
Connor Daly
Kinda-
Street.
that's the one.
Band.
I'm
Yeah,
sad I missed it.
And Georgie Winchester is great as well.
yeah, Georgie Winchester might be coming back with a full band as well.
Ooh.
Yep.
Possibly.
I'd be
She's-
quite keen to see that actually.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
hear that.
She's got some real tight band too, like
Yeah, shit,
really
yeah.
good musicians. So it'd be cool to see that in a different form because she's already kind of edgy and a bit kind of puts like a different spin on what she does. So it'd be interesting to see how she goes with a full band back.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, that will be really good. So keep an eye out on that. All of our gigs we do put up on the Facebook. We will start to extend where we place them. Hey, that's what you
Yeah.
were looking at the other day.
Yeah, definitely.
Certain gig guides and stuff like that. So we will start to extend that, but at the moment, keep an eye on the Facebook for the gigs. What else? Recording wise, so we're kind of working. Me and Jackson are working upstairs. Obviously, I'm tattooing a lot of the time and then running the business the other times. But we've got a kind of good mix of what we've got going up there between.
Yeah, you got heaps of stuff.
Yeah, but between like engineering, producing,
Oh yeah,
and it was good Saturday and Sunday.
yeah, it was really. Yeah, we had a big recording weekend on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah,
which was
so
really
we had bands in all weekend, which was good. So
Yeah.
full days booked, and then you were engineering the Saturday, so it was kind of
Yep.
in and out, and then Sunday was more of a producing day.
good. Yeah,
So I sat in on that, but it was kind of
Mm.
really cool what we got going.
yeah, it was great.
there,
I think
yeah.
because we were doing psychobilly stuff on the Sunday,
Yeah,
and you've been in that world obviously for so long.
yeah,
You
couple
were
of weeks. Yeah.
couple of weeks, yeah.
Couple of 30
couple of
years.
yeah, you knew exactly what to get out of it, and it was it was really really good. I think we got some good stuff. Try the Neumann out, which is fun.
Yep.
That's that. It's got
This
a
sexy little.
it's got a Rod Thomas wig on at the moment. Rob
gonna
Thomas
sound
wig on the
weird.
moment.
Look how pretty his little mark is.
It's a
Oh,
little
so
TLM 102.
cute.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
might
handy
have,
little thing.
You might have to stop the.
Nah, we'll leave it in. I will take it out. swear.
It's good to mention maybe mention the live stream gigs as well.
Yes, we're doing live stream
COVID-friendly
stuff.
Live stream gigs.
Corona friendly. Yeah, we've got a few coming up.
Yeah.
Um,
So maybe give us a like we post this YouTube video on obviously it goes on YouTube, then we post it to our Facebook page, but maybe give us a comment on that post and say whether you'd like to jump in on those live streams if we were to do like a $2 or a $5 charge or something.
Yeah, like some kind of donation.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that could be cool to do with the gigs too. Is if you come along, if you come along, you like what you see, chuck a couple gold coins in a basket on the way out.
Yeah,
just a
help us
goldie,
keep
mate.
doing this sort of stuff.
Yeah, it just keeps it viable for us to do.
Exactly.
and
Yeah, 'cause like you were saying earlier, like we've still got to figure out how we can actually afford to do it, and how, because the artists that come and play and work for us, like, they need to be respected and paid correctly as well.
Yeah, that's right.
So we've
yeah.
got to get to that nice even ground,
Yeah, yeah, where it's not just
not just pouring money.
Yeah.
into it. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Everyone needs to kind of be taken care of.
And you guys work really hard for it as well. Like,
yeah,
you
and
guys
we've
do a lot.
especially lately we've put
Yeah.
in so many hours, hey,
Yeah.
just into the studio with you, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
like it's good to actually it was good. I was speaking to Diz after that last gig, and it was Georgie Winchester. She liked Huckleberry as well, but she really loved Georgie, and she was just like tattooing to that lady's voice.
Yeah.
She was just like was something else, and I was like, that's really cool. So
It's cool,
the
yeah.
customers are experiencing that as well. So we had we had the full chairs going. All of them got to sit and listen.
Yeah.
I was like, where else would you get that?
Yeah. Balancing volume has been an interesting task as well.
Yeah.
I remember we had Punk Fest, which was a full-on blown punk gig
Oh my gosh.
while
I
tattooing
remember
was
that.
going on. Yeah, that was
It
interesting.
was fun.
It was fun as.
It was punk.
Yeah, it was.
It
It
was
was
a
very
lot.
punk.
A cool thing to mention as well for any musicians is that you guys literally have everything. Like,
Oh, yeah.
sound-wise, PA.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nah, I can
line,
always buy more, I think.
11 drum kits, you know, like
Yeah.
11 different drum kits. Got everything, so
Yeah, yeah. So what we've tried to do here is, like, I've been a pro muso for close to 30 years, and I've toured extensively all around the world, all around Australia, and gone to places where backlines provided, and sometimes it's amazing. Usually, the bigger the gig, the backline is really good.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I just rock up with my double bass, and we're ready to go. And it sounds good. You've got a good sound guy. What we're trying to do is those big festival vibes of gear in a small capacity. So recording wise as well, like what we urge people to do is just bring your instrument and let us sort the rest, because we've got Fenders, we've got Marshalls, we've got boutique valve amps, we've got boutique speakers, we've got all different speaker boxes. So we know like really how to get that sound. So and then down to our stage as well, it's a little bit of a struggle to try and portray what we're trying to do. This room, basically it's an old service station.
Weird room.
So it's an unusual room. It's a big concrete and tin box that we've treated and that kind of stuff. But when people do bring in like a Fender Twin or a AC30
You know,
Vox,
take your head off.
and it literally it makes it impossible for us to match the rest of the stuff. So bands that we do kind of write, hey, are you cool to use our amp? That's kind of where we're headed from. So I think that was a good thing
Yeah.
about this podcast was to.
How many
Yeah.
amps we got? 15 tube heads?
I
Sorry,
think we're
tube amps
over.
at the moment.
I think we're
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
We
And
got a
if
lot.
there's like particular gear that certain artists need to use, like tonight for what you're recording,
Yep.
the artists have told you what sort of sound they like and what they usually like to use, and then you've matched
Yeah,
that to whatever gear
we've
you
worked
have.
it all
Yeah.
out.
So, you know, if there is a specific sound that, you know, musicians want for their gigs, he can
I can do it.
do it. He's got it.
And the other thing behind so especially the drum kits. So amps is for certain boutique sound, but drum kits are the same. But the reason why I got so many drum kits up there, so I probably haven't even talked to you about this. So many years of recording big albums for big labels and stuff like that we've done. You know, our last album for Rumblers was maybe 20K.
Yeah. That's half your day setting up a kit. Oh, even more than half your day.
Yeah. So that's what the album costs about 20K to finish. But your first full day is just setting up the drums and miking them
And tuning them.
and tuning them. So so when bands do bring kits in, we've still got to do that. So there's nearly a full day. If you're doing, say, an album, there'll be a full day just of getting that kit tuned to that room.
Yeah.
So what we do is Jackson actually we've got the kits already fairly tuned, but the kit that they pick will be put in there and mic'd ready to go. So the drummer we had Saturday literally walked in, played, adjusted the toms to where he liked them. All the cymbals he used, everything was there, and he just started playing.
Yeah, well, because we talked to them beforehand. We got
Yeah. So
Yeah. And that saves
I had-
money for the bands as well.
well,
you
that's
know,
why
Well, that's
we-
the idea,
That's
isn't
the
it?
idea. That's why we did it. So it's this funny kind of communication thing at the moment where bands are so used to using their own gear that I'll just use mine, it'll be easier, but it actually will cost them.
It's going to cost them so much.
It costs
money,
them
yeah.
heaps more to do it that way. But what we wanted to do was have not just like, here's the house drum kit, which most studios do. They'll have one kit and go, house kit's here, that's what you've got to use. We've got 11 kits.
Billion.
So we're like, here they all are. So yeah, that's kind of the story behind the drum booth and all the drum
Well,
kits.
yeah, even for today, what was it 2 weeks ago? I brought them all up when
Yeah.
they first booked, showed him all our stuff, and he was like, "Yep, that's the kit I want to use." We gave him a
Yeah.
test of all of it, so it's set up, ready to go. They can basically just walk in and off we
Yeah.
go. Same with the amps and all that stuff.
That's what we'll probably do when we're booking people in band, like either if it's a live gig or if it's recording. Come in for almost like a consultation.
Yeah.
Show the musicians that we actually do have heaps and heaps of stuff here.
Well, that's what we've been doing.
Yeah,
It-
yeah.
It's a good way to do it. It's like it's the same as tattoos.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
that's
like
right.
Consult.
Yeah, so Indy would be the one to contact through and do that. But yeah, we're cool with people booking consults for their recording, even like if they're looking at doing a recording and want to come and test out some of the gear.
I'll take you up.
Yeah,
I'll show you a
Jackson's
bunch
more
of
than
stuff.
cool, you know.
Yeah.
A muso showing another muso cool gear.
Yeah, I
Never-
like talking.
never,
Yeah.
never a bad time, is
Yeah,
it?
no, I don't think I've ever. Oh fuck! I guess I'll get out the Fender Vibrasonic. Okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I think we're all over that for you guys.
Yes,
Anything else you kind of want to put?
No, this was very informative. I don't know much about the music. I don't know much about music at all. So you guys are just talking, and I'm learning about new things that we're doing here, which is always really cool because there's always new stuff happening. So that
There
was
always
awesome.
is, eh?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hence the collective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's good now, like bands are starting to come through, you
Yeah,
know.
we got-
yeah.
So we've got the tattoo clients coming in and the band clients come, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming
It's awesome to
upstairs,
see
it's
more people, like new people.
Just
coming
artists
in and
everywhere.
We have a
Yeah.
tiki bar too. I forgot to mention.
do.
That's fun.
That's important.
You guys got a record play. You can sit in there, drink a rum or a beer or
Yeah, that's right.
your beverage of
Kick
choice. Kick back.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening into that podcast, and we'll probably do a bit more tattoo-y stuff next week, so
Yeah.
The
people
muses
won't be
out
missing
here.
out on the tattoo content. I think that's kind of, you know, what a lot of people want to hear. But all right.
Thanks for learning about music stuff with me.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
And Jackson's got to head up and do more work.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, they just walked in. Ah,
Here they are. All
see you
right.
later, guys.
We'll see you guys later.